Hello guys and welcome to my channel. So on today's episode I am going to be doing Never Have I Ever questions. So I've been on the internet and found some questions. There were some sites that were rude, but I tried to find some safe, friendly questions. There's 45 of them. If I have, I'm going to explain. If I haven't, I'm not going to explain. It's quite late at night, but I'm going to quickly get through this. So the first question, so these are my signs, not very good, I just ripped some signs. I have never. I wanted to do it on the same piece of paper, but I was using Sharpie. Because I thought it would be more likely to see. So you'd be able to more likely to see. But then I realised it went through the other sides and I couldn't do that. But I do hope you like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below. And that's why I'm in pyjama t-shirt, Hollister pyjama t-shirt, because it is quite late at night. But I thought I might as well film this video anyway and get it done. There were a few sites with rude questions, but these questions that I found are literally questions anyone can answer. So let's crack on with the first question. The first question, have I ever been out of the country? You all know the answer if you've watched my videos. Even though I've only been doing this since April, I have. I've got a folder behind me that has all the lists and places I've been to. And I'm 18 and I've literally, I won't say I've hit 50, not different places. Because I've been to some places, like, I've been to Spain loads. Maybe not 50 places. But I think I've been away 50 times. But that does include like Blackpool and London and stuff like that. But actually abroad, probably 30. But don't hold me to that. But that's roughly many I've been to. I've been to loads of continents. I've been to Africa once, Europe loads, Asia once, but it was only Turkey. But it was classed as Asia, so, but not proper Asia. And then North America. And then obviously I've been to Scotland, well, out of the UK. England. Next question, have I ever re-gifted a gift card? Now, I have never re-gifted a gift card. Never wrapped up and given it to someone else. But I have exchanged with my parents a gift card for a shop I don't like that I've been given from at my birthday. A gift card I've never liked. Like, I've got a Next gift card, quite for I don't like the shop Next, my parents do. So I would swap with them and they would give me the money in return. I've never like re-gifted it to anyone. Next question is, never have I ever travelled out of state by myself. So this is also, I have never. Basically because I'm older, I'm only 18, I haven't been out. I say if I go with my friends I'll be out by myself because it's like without my parents, my mum or dad. But no, I've never travelled out with my family before. I'm only 18, but hopefully soon that'll happen. Now I'm older, now I'm officially an adult. The next question is, number 4, never have I ever flown in a helicopter. So this is another one. I have never flown out or flown in a helicopter. My mum and sister have both done it on the same day. We went to this airfield and they both went out in a helicopter. Can't remember who was originally going to do it. It was either my mum or sister was originally going to do it, and then they had a spare place. So later on in the day, the other one did end up having to go. Can't remember who originally was supposed to do it, and then who like. So basically we went and one of them was meant to do it. We went because one person was doing it. And then said we have a place later on. So then the other person did it. I can't remember which way around it was. But they both ended up doing it that day. But we only went for one person originally and I can't remember who it was. But I went and watched, but I've never done it because I hate heights. Question number 5. Never have I ever been on stage in front of a crowd. I have. And the reason I have is I used to be in a band and I've done performances in front of a room of people, not loads of people, a room of people. And in year 7 at school I had to accept an award in the Barbican in York, and there was loads of people then. Where else have I been in front of a crowd? That might be it actually. But I've done a couple, not thousands of people, but I have been in front of crowds. Never have I ever lied in a job interview. I always think in a job interview you have to be most truthful. Even if you lie, they're going to find out eventually. So I have never. I've been to quite a few and I never got 2 proper jobs. I've done work placement before, but I've only had 2 proper jobs. So, and I've done quite a few interviews, so most of them don't turn out the way you want. But I feel like if you lie, you're just going to get found out eventually. Never have I ever stalked a crush. I have never stalked a crush because I've never really had one, to be honest, so that's basically where that one ends. We are at number 8. Never have I ever sung karaoke. I have. I have done it on, I don't know if this is karaoke, but I've done on, I love doing it. PlayStation 4, what's it called, Sing? When you sing on PlayStation or sing on the Wii. I've done like singing on computer games, but I've never like gone to like a restaurant or a pub or anything and done karaoke on stage. But I've done like PlayStation 4 sing-alongs and stuff like that. I did it on the Wii for a bit with like, on the Wii I used to do it for like Camp Rock and High School Musical, and now I've got actual songs like Ollie Murs, Ed Sheeran, One Direction, 5 Seconds of Summer, Pixie Lott, Pink and Nathan Sykes. I might be wrong. Just Give Me a Reason song. Just Give Me a Reason. I'm not going to start singing, but yeah. So yeah, I love that PlayStation 4 game. And I used to love the Disney one when I used to play that. That was so much fun. But I've never like actually gone on stage and sung. But I've done like computer games. Never have I ever agreed with something that Donald Trump said. Now I wasn't sure that I'm going to keep this one in, but I decided I am. I'm not going to hold one up because I'm not really a fan of Donald Trump, but at the same time I don't really listen and watch what he says, and I'm not the sort of person who watches regularly what he says and listens to what he says. I just don't. Like, I have watched like the UK Prime Minister say stuff on TV and stuff, but not so much Donald Trump one. So I personally don't like him, but at the same time I don't really listen to what he says to be able to agree or disagree. But I'm not a fan of him, so I guess I have never. Number 10. Never have I ever thought about what type of dog I would be. Now when I read through these questions, I didn't read every single question. I didn't read this one. I have never, because I'm not an animal fan, so haven't thought, and I don't really know many types of dogs, so I'm not into that sort of thing. So I have never. Number 11. Never have I ever watched children's cartoons I'm too old for. Now, not cartoons, but kids TV, yes. I probably watched Disney Channel. I only had it for a little bit, but I probably watched Disney Channel way too late. Probably was too old when I watched Disney Channel sometimes. I don't watch cartoons at all. I don't even think I watched cartoons when I was a kid, like a young kid, so let alone older. But I have definitely watched kids programs too old, but never really watched cartoons at all. Never have I ever lost sunglasses that I was already wearing. I have never, because then I wear glasses, and you may say to yourself you can get prescriptive sunglasses, but I literally won't wear them, so I don't see the point. I don't have sunglasses because I won't wear them. I know you can get prescriptive ones, I just don't see the point, and I won't wear them, so basically no, because I don't wear sunglasses. And even if I got them, I don't think I would wear them, so there's no point. Number 13. Never have I ever locked my keys in my car. Now, I have never, because I don't own a car, but someone in my family has. Number 14. Never have I ever not tipped at a restaurant. Now, when I go with my dad, he always tips. When I go with my mum, she doesn't always. Personally, when I go out to a restaurant, I think I've only ever been to Nando's without my family, and I don't tip. I just pay, because Nando's in that sort of place where you do tip. So the answer is probably I have never, because by myself, with my friends, where I pay for myself, it's probably in Nando's and Costa, but it's not the sort of places you tip. So I probably never actually tipped myself. Number 15. Never have I ever given money to a homeless person. There are loads of them in York, but I have never. Because you just don't know what they spend them on. If you know they're going to spend them on like hotel room or food, then fair enough. But if they're just going to spend it on alcohol and ruin themselves, then you just can't. If you don't know where the money's going, then you just can't risk it because you want them to spend a month. You don't want to waste your money, give it to them, and then they spend it on something that, like, they're not, basically, if they're not going to spend it on something they actually need, you just don't know where it's going. So I have never, what they're actually going to do with it. So lots of them will just buy alcohol and stuff, and not, or like buy something wasted instead of something they actually need. So I don't, because you don't know where it's actually, what they're actually going to spend it on. Never have I ever tried to look at the sun. Not sure about that one. Obviously I've looked in the sky and seen the sun. Never like, I don't really get that question because obviously look in the sky and see the sun. So maybe I have. I've looked up and seen the sun. Maybe I have, I'm not sure about that one. Number 17, never have I ever bungee jumped. It's a bit like the helicopter one. I don't like heights. That's another heights one, so the answer is I have never. So the one after this is never have I ever had surgery. I've had pots on my legs. I think I had a pot on my arm once, but I've never. Have I had surgery? Well, I have had pots on both legs at once. I've had a pot on, I think, my left arm. I've had a patch on my eye. I have had teeth pulled out for braces. I had, you know the line, like your gum, you have like a line in the middle of your gum. Technically, yes. I have a surgery on that. So you know your line down here, in your teeth, in your gum area, your line. Mine got moved down, I think, or moved up. I can't remember. But that line, I don't know what you call it. That line you had in the middle of your gum. I think mine got moved up or moved down. Can't remember, but it got moved. So technically that was, I think that's classed as surgery. But I got knocked out and I was there all day. And it took forever because I did not like the fact that they were putting needles into my mouth. Because I hate needles and blood. So it took a lot longer than it needed to. But I was basically there all day. So technically, if that class as surgery, then yes. I think it was down, but it could have been up. It needed moving anyway for a particular reason, and I'm not sure what the reason was either. Can't really remember. Never have ever jumped out of a plane. Again, don't like heights. The answer is I have never. These signs aren't very good, but I didn't know how else to do them. I could have printed them, but you know. Where's the next question? Never have I ever made a wish at a fountain. I'm not sure if I've ever even seen, can't remember a time where I visited a fountain, so the answer is I have never. The next question is, never have I ever accidentally eaten a bug. I know, like, on YouTube you can do challenges where you eat bugs, you can buy packets of bugs and eat them. But I have never done that or even eaten an actual bug, so I have never. Well, actually on number 22, never have I ever cut someone in line. Let me think about this. Maybe if my family's in the, maybe if my mum's in the queue, she's queuing up for me, I join her, but I'm not sure if that's even happened. I don't think that's ever happened, so I have never. Never have I ever stayed up all night. To this day, have never had an all-nighter. Because I know people do that and they feel knackered the next day. I personally would never do that. I wouldn't function next day. Even if I have less than 9 hours sleep. Quite a few times, if I'm going to college or work or something, I might accidentally, not accidentally, but like, only have 8.5 hours sleep rather than 9. Because of the time, or because I've got something to do, or I don't necessarily get my 9 hours that I need to function. So sometimes if I get 8.5 hours sleep, I struggle. But I do try and get 9 hours sleep every night. So I've never done an all-nighter to this day. Never have I ever read a single Harry Potter book. Surprise, surprise. I am not a fan of Harry Potter. And I have got one of the books and I tried to read it, but it's too deep. And I have dyslexia, so it's quite hard. Reading's quite difficult for me. It takes me a while to read a book. Some people say I've read 5 books in a month. I'm like, it takes me a month to read a book. I don't really read anymore either, but It takes me a while. I need big writing. The Harry Potter books are small writing and really deep. And I've never seen the film either. I'm not a Harry Potter fan. There are 2 Harry Potter shops down Shambles in York. I think I've never been in them either. Because A, I'm not a fan, and B, the massive queues. I'm like, if there wasn't a queue, I may nip in and have a quick look in the shop. But there's always a queue, and I'm like, there's no point if I'm not a fan. Never have I ever been inside a library. So I have. So next to the primary school where we live, there's basically a library, and I went in there quite a few times. And then obviously secondary school, they have their own library. So I've been to the school library plenty of times, mainly because I used to have weekly lessons in there. And if you struggle with reading, sometimes sixth form, you have to read to sixth formers. Like you're in year 7 or 8, and there's sixth formers, you read to sixth formers. I had to do that because I struggled with reading. And I used to go in there and do homework, and then sometimes P6, where I had to stay after school in year 11, it's compulsory, do like maths. I had to do that in the library, and English used to be in the classroom, but occasionally in the library. But yeah, school library loads, the one near the primary school loads. Never been to the library. There's a main, I didn't even know this till like, maybe, sometimes last year, that there was a library in the centre of town. I never knew there was a library in the centre of town. But it's near where my new job is, so I know where it's definitely now. But never been inside the library in York, but I have been to the school library and the one near the primary school. Secondary school library, been to loads, next to primary school as well. Never have I ever lied about my age. Just this month, my mum did it for me. We went to the Acropolis, and if you're under 15 you got it for free. So my mum lied and said my sister was 13 and I was 15, and we're actually 14 and 18. So yes, she lied. There's probably other occasions as well where my parents have lied to get me in cheaper, so I'm like half price or free rather than full price. So yeah, maybe younger. Never have I lied to be older, but like, yeah, this holiday I went to the Acropolis, they were like, and they wanted ID, but my mum didn't have any, and even if she did, she wouldn't have showed them. And it wouldn't be believable saying my sister was 14 and I was 15. I had to lie about my sister's age as well. But we both got in for free. I don't think going on Acropolis is an old building, and it's €12. That is really worth lots of €12. We had to pay 12 obviously because my mum was older, but I didn't think it was worth more than 12 anyway, so it's a good job she lied, I think. Never have I ever shot a gun. What's up? Horse knot? Never shot a gun. Never have I ever been mini golfing. So there's a mini golf place in Strensall where my dad lives, and we have been quite a few times, and my mum's taken us sometimes as well. So I have been, that is the only crazy golf I have played, I think. Oh, I did one. We did one somewhere else. Me, my dad and my sister, we did one somewhere else. And I can't remember where it was. It was a while ago now, it's probably a few years ago. Can't remember where it was, but apart from that one time, we've done it at Strensall. Never have I ever seen an elephant in real life. I have never. My dad has been to Asia a few times, and I think he might have. But my sister had this year. She went to a zoo in Munster, and she fed an elephant cucumber. So she had definitely. I have never though. But I'm a huge. That's something I really want to do. I want to see an elephant in real life, and I would love to feed. I would love to do what my sister did. So maybe I can go there and do it, or somewhere else. And one of my favourite YouTubers has been to Asia for 2 weeks, and she did it as well. She saw the elephant. She went to like an elephant sanctuary or something and learned all about elephants. Never have I ever been to Disney World. I have. When I was very, very little, I went to Disneyland Paris with both my parents, and my sister came, I think. Maybe not, I'm not sure. In Paris, Disneyland Paris, both my parents. And then we were planning on going to Disneyland Florida, so we thought the year before we'd go to Disneyland Paris for the day. So my dad and my sister and me went there, and then the year after, that was 2013, and 2014 we went to Florida. We had 2 weeks, and literally all we did was Disney for the whole 2 weeks. I think we had one day not Disney, and that was it. Went to the beach, and that was it. So yes, I've been to Disneyland Paris twice, and Florida, well, I went for 2 weeks. but I've been on the whole. So I've been to Disneyland Paris for 2 days, like 2 different trips, and I went for a day each time, I think. Or I might have gone for the second day, the first time, but I can't remember. The second time I definitely only went for a day though. But Florida I went for 2 weeks, and I've been once to Florida. And I've been to New York as well, so that's the only time I've been to America. And that was very recently. It was last year, summer. Never have I ever bought clothing online. Yep, I have shopped. Yep, I have been Jack Wills online. So I have shopped online. And I've done other stuff on, I think I've had Hollister online. No, I haven't. You have to pay £5 delivery or something. But Jack Wills you can occasionally get free. A, you only spend a certain amount, which is quite easy because it's quite pricey. No, actually no, well, sometimes I spend enough to get free, but then also they sometimes give free delivery for the code, or students get free delivery. So Jack Wills 100%. Never have I ever drawn a caricature of me. No, but there are people in the streets of York that do it, and I see people sit there and get them done. There's one day one of my places I work, and I've never had it done. Never have I ever owned an Xbox. I have never. I just realised I hold it the wrong side for last one, I think. I've never owned an Xbox. We have a Wii, we still do. I know it's really out of date, but we have a Wii, and my dad's got a PlayStation, but never have I been anywhere, and I've never even been on an Xbox, let alone owned one. Never even been to like a friend's house and they've had an Xbox. So Xbox, never even touched an Xbox controller. Never even been to anyone's house that has one or had my own. Nope, never. PlayStation from Wii. Never have you ever spent hours watching funny movies on Netflix. I don't know whether you necessarily class them as funny, but I have spent ages on YouTube. Never have I ever seen Titanic. This is a classic film that I think everyone has seen, but unfortunately I've never seen it. I don't know why, I just have never seen it. We are now down to number 37. Never have I ever met a celebrity. Now, I actually have. So celebrate me doing well in GCSEs. My dad got me VIP tickets to see the Vamps in the up close and personal tour. I've seen them 8 times in total, and I think it was time number 6 I actually met them. They did an up close and personal tour. So I did like a normal tour. So I saw them 3 times. I think it was May. They did like May. Someone saw them in the summer, but then like 3 years in a row we saw them in May. Like roughly the same weekend. Because we went to the Manchester one because it was the closest. So they didn't do Leeds. But so they kind of did like a second extra tour for like their close fans, to meet their fans close. The like up close and personal tour. They did like an extra tour this year. So my dad got me VIP tickets to do one GCSE. So I was 16 at the time. I'm now 18. I think I've seen them twice since. But I've met the Vamps. And that is it as terms of celebrities. Never have I ever thought a film was better than the book. I have, 100%. I don't like reading. I have read Hunger Games. I've read the first book all the way through. I think I've started the second one but never finished it. And the films are way better. I personally don't think reading a book is even if and I know lots of films that I've watched have been in books, but I think The Hunger Games is the only one where I've actually read the book. Even though, if you can see, I've got a bookshelf there. There's The Maze Runner on, I never read it. I've got Divergent on it, never read it. So there's loads of films that I watch. Most of them are actually film books as well. But Hunger Games is the only one I've ever read, and no. Well, actually, I've got all 3 books. I've only read the first one. Started the second one. Got a bit much. It's a bit like hard reading. The first one took me nearly a year to read because it's so hard. So every time I read it, I'd read like a few pages at a time, maybe a chapter at a time. And the book's so long, but the film's so long. So yeah, movies 100% better than the books. Probably because I struggle reading with dyslexia and that. So I have everything on blue because it's easier for me to read. So especially when all books are in white. So if I didn't struggle with reading or didn't have dyslexia, maybe my answer would be different. But movies are always better than the book. But only Hunger Games I officially read, and I've only read the first one. I have definitely read the second one, but I think I only got halfway. Maybe not even that, I can't remember. So we're nearly at the end now. We've got 6 more, I think. Never have I ever voted. Now this is an interesting one because today, I've never, but today I've got a letter, officially today, of this morning. I left in the post saying I've officially been registered and my application has been successful. Because obviously I'm 18 now, I've been 18 since May and now September. So I have officially been registered. The letter came through the post. I'm not going to show you it because it's downstairs. And obviously it might have information that you can't see. But yes, I've officially been registered and accepted. And they may have another vote before the Brexit thing at the end of October. So next time there's a vote, I can vote. I've officially been registered. My mum did it without even telling me. She registered for me. But I got a letter today addressed to me saying I've been registered, and I'm like, didn't know I even applied. I thought they did it automatically or something. My mum said she did it. So yeah, it was literally the day I'm filming this. I've officially been accepted. I've officially registered to vote, so I'm ready to vote next time there's a vote. So never have I ever owned a watch. I'm one of these people who always have a watch, because in classrooms at school they never had watches. And I have a Fitbit, if you didn't know. So I don't know whether you can see that, but I have a Fitbit there. Never have I ever ridden a skateboard. I have never. I feel like a skateboard is more of a boy thing. Even though girls can do it, I feel like it's more of a boy thing. But I have never done it. Never have I ever learned how to play a musical instrument. No. I have. I used to be very musical. So in secondary school, everyone had to learn the keyboard. So I learned the keyboard in school. And in primary school, I skipped some lessons, like halfway through a lesson. I think it was a Tuesday afternoon. I did guitar lessons, which I struggle with because they told us like the plucking technique, whereas the strumming technique I've tried to learn myself more recently, and I've got the basics. And then if you don't know, I did music GCSE and I did the drums for GCSE. I did drums for the entire secondary school, and I did a grade 3 piece for GCSE and I got a C. But it wasn't just that. I think that was like, I don't know what percentage it was, but I know the practical side was 80% and the actual exam was only 20. So within that 80%, I did a grade 3 drum piece. And I did the drums in entire secondary school. I wanted to continue, but then netball got in the way of it because they were both fun. Netball was at a certain time. It was like 6 or 7, 7 to like 8 to 9, 10 to 11 or whatever it was. And I had to move up class because I got to that like year where I had to move up. It was like 6 or 7, year 6 and 7, year 7 and 8, year 8 and 9, 9 and 10 or whatever. And I had to move up because I was that year and it clashed with my drums. And I chose netball over drums because my GCSEs are over officially. And yep. And then as soon as I finished school, I finished netball as well. So that's. Actually, no, it's the other way around. I stopped netball to do drumming because it was for my GCSE, and then as soon as I finished school, I dropped drumming anyway because I couldn't do it with college and work. I didn't have time after college and work, or have much money to do it anyway because they're quite expensive. Even though my mum was paying, it was still a lot of money. Number 43. Never have I ever seen snow. Not for a while. Oh yeah, so last year at college we actually had 2 snow days, and that's the first time the college has actually had to stop, like have the snow, like cancelled college for the day for snow in 10 years. And also when I was in year 5 or 6, they cancelled school for a couple of days due to snow. And I remember making like a world's biggest snowman in the school play area. But during secondary school, there was no snow. So I went from, I think it was year 6, to my second year of college, which was year 13, with no snow. But I have seen snow, yes. But it's not very often. Never have I ever finished a Sudoku puzzle. I used to have a book. I used to have a book, and I used to be so good at Sudokus. And then I stopped doing them, and then my mum took some puzzle books on holiday, and I struggled to do them. Because, like this last holiday to Greece, she took some puzzle books, and I literally struggled to do them because I haven't done them in so long. But I used to be a whiz at So used to be really good. The last and final question is, never have I ever Googled something so I know how to spell it. Because I've got dyslexia, I can't spell. All the time I try to Google something, and half the time I never get the answer because I'm usually so far off the spelling that I don't even recognise it. But sometimes it works, but sometimes it doesn't. So that was probably around 50-50 maybe. I have and I never. I may do around, or maybe quite a lot of 9, never actually. I may do around 2 of this and do some more questions, because I know there's loads of questions that could be answered and I feel like you know a bit more about me. It's quite late now, I think I've just hit 10 PM, so I'm going to go to bed now. But I thought, found these questions, I was going to save the site, but I'm like, realistically, am I going to come back and do this? I don't know, and it may be a while because I'm quite busy at the moment. So I thought I'd just get it done now and edit it, and then it can join the queue videos to go up. So I am definitely going to think I do part 2, because there are loads more questions. There's like, so I've just done never have ever questions, which is basically family friendly for everyone. And then underneath there is never have ever questions for kids, which I'm technically not a kid anymore, so I don't know if that counts. But then underneath that, underneath the kids section, there is embarrassing never have ever questions. So for example, never have I ever farted in front of someone I liked. Never have I ever accidentally swore. Never have I ever forgotten the punchline of a joke. Never have I ever sang a song out loud and messed the lyrics up. Definitely. Never have I ever accidentally pooed my pants. Maybe when I was younger. Never have I ever sent a text to the wrong person. This is very common. Never have I ever sent a text to the wrong person. I'm not sure I've done that. Never have I ever tried to pass a silent fart but it came out loud instead. Never have I ever picked a wedgie in public. Yes. Never have I ever laughed so hard I peed my pants. I'm not sure. Never have I ever lost my swimwear bottoms. No, but my top has come off in the pool once. Never have I ever rang the wrong person but pretended I meant to call them. No, but I have rang the wrong person before. Never have I ever gone to the wrong restroom. Never have I ever been so fake to be outside at night that I ran in. So there's never have I ever. I did the good never have ever questions, and then there's kid ones, there's embarrassing ones, and they're all 45 each. Never have I ever been embarrassed with One Direction. Never have I ever been obsessed with One Direction. If you know me, I'm obsessed with One Direction. I've got a poster up there. I'm a huge fan. I can't believe they broke up. I am a huge One Direction fan. Never have I ever questions. Never have I ever sat on a public toilet. I think everyone has when you go out. Never have I ever picked a scab. Yes. And then there's foodie never have I ever questioned. For example, never have I ever binge eat Little Betty's cakes. I'm not sure what that is. Never ever eaten Taco Bell more than 3 times in a week. Only ever had it once. Try it when it first came to York. Never ever eaten a salad. Yep. Never ever bought myself a Happy Meal. Not sure I have because I don't like McDonald's. Never ever salted watermelon. Never ever drank sewage. Never ever eaten Pop Rocket. So that's like food related one. And then the rule breaker, never have I ever been pulled over. Never have I ever tried to flee the cops. Never ever used fake ID. And that's 45 questions as well. So all these sections are 45, so I feel like I need to do another one. Tipsy never have I ever questions. Probably not for me. Dirty never have I ever questions. They're all 45. Never have I ever... Oh, that's it. So I may do another one of them. Maybe the foodie one, because my channel is a food channel. But I did like the generic ones that I feel like everyone can answer. But the actual... I might do the food... I might actually do a part 2 right now. Just because I'm on a roll and I've got my site made and I want to do a foodie one. But it is getting late in sleep, so I may do it in the morning. But that is something I fancy doing. But thank you very much for watching. I do hope you like this video. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below. And I do hope you like this video, and I will see you soon with another video. Thank you very much.